Lynne's going to talk to us about the water consolidation plan, where it's going to make our water cheaper and better.
Okay. Before I start, I want to say thank you so much to Sarah and Steve, because Valverde's been doing a lot of heavy lifting, and it's helped our whole valley. Because I just want you all to think about, you know, the gas in Porter Ranch is methane, and when they talk about gas and air quality, it's methane. It's methane that's polluting our valley from that landfill. In Los Angeles Basin, besides our most recent problem with Southern California gas, it's landfills that are emitting the methane. And where is the trash coming from? The majority of trash is coming from Los Angeles, not here. So we should be closing that landfill like they were promised, and they should be doing a correct environmental impact report for traffic. They only figured traffic from I-5 to the landfill and back again. So you can bet the air quality is wrong and the traffic's wrong, and that's affecting all of us. So I hope that I will circulate when it comes out again, and I hope we do write comments, at the very least, opposition letters, and that they need to divert the waste. And we need to do a better job of recycling in our city, too. But I wasn't here to talk about the landfill. I'm here to talk about the consolidation of the water districts, which I oppose. Let me be perfectly clear that I am not speaking on behalf of my water district. I'm speaking on behalf of myself as an elected member of that water district, and on behalf of you, my constituents, who helped me get elected. There was a really good article that the Duns dug out of their incredible archives called Empire Building. And what's interesting about this, I made about 20 copies so I can give it to somebody to pass out. Could you pass it out? Thank you. The reason that it's so interesting is it actually is from 15 years ago. And it talks about what happened when they took over Santa Clarita Water Company, when Castaic Lake Water Agency took over Santa Clarita Water Company. And lo and behold, they did it the same way that they're talking about with Newhall County Water District. If you read that article, you get a really good description of why this is not a good idea. Okay, so they did that with Santa Clarita Water Company 15 years ago. Some of us, including myself and the Duns, not Joan Dunn, it was the ladies did it, filed a litigation against that, and we won in court. So what happened? Castaic Lake Water Agency went to the legislature, and they got a law called AB 134. The legislature said, okay, we'll let you do it, but only in the area of Santa Clarita Water Company. So in 2012, they did the same thing with Valencia Water Company, acquired it illegally by eminent domain. So we all filed lawsuits again, including Newhall County Water District. So now we are in settlement negotiations. I'm saying we with Newhall County Water District are in settlement negotiations, and we've been doing this for a year in closed session. And then lo and behold, it comes out of the ad hoc committee that they want to consolidate the water districts. Well, this is the same thing that happened the other two times. What happened when they consolidated Santa Clarita Water Company? The rates went up. What happened with Valencia Water Company? 17% last year. Rates went up. So you're talking about us, a very efficient, independent, locally controlled, democratically elected water district being absorbed into an agency that is, you're no longer going to be able to vote for your board. We're losing our democracy. And so this is really important to me, and I think to a lot of people once they understand the implications of what's going on here, that we try to do something about this. I want to just give you a metaphor that I've been trying to use with people because I think it helps people understand it. So imagine if the city of Santa Clarita sued the county, and then they went into settlement negotiations behind closed doors for a year, and they came out and said, okay, we're going to settle our lawsuit by merging with the County of Los Angeles. We're going to just do away with all the voters in Santa Clarita. That's basically what's going on here. We're not going to have a district that we can vote on anymore. And Newhall's the only independent district. It's the only one that really will stand up for what's going on, because the other ones are, well, they're all owned by Castaic Lake Water Agency. Okay, so why is it not so hot to be owned by Castaic Lake Water Agency? You know, Castaic Lake Water Agency has a general manager that makes more than the government of the state of California. It's up in the 200,000s, maybe as high as 300 when you add in the amenities. You have incredible consulting fees. You know, 3-4 million. They're 300 over almost 400 million in debt. They're not efficiently run. And what's going to happen is we're going to lose our water district, we're going to lose our voice, we're going to lose our elected board to get merged into this very bloated water agency. So if you look at, I think a good example of what's going on here is the Metropolitan Water District, but it's where you have different water districts, but it's the Metropolitan Water District that's sort of the big gorilla, or even the Department of Water and Power in the city of Los Angeles. So the arguments that you're going to hear about this is bigger is better. So you're going to be more efficient with economies of scale. Well, if that's the case, why is it that we have $6 million in reserve and they have a $330 million debt? They're big already. And the other thing you're going to hear is we can have more impact on that board if we're part of it than if we are off by ourselves. Well, how can you have impact when you are going to be a small percentage of the board? And any impact that we would have as a merged board would only be until the next election, because it's extremely difficult to win a Castaic Lake Water Board election. I've run for Castaic, Joan Dunn has run, Ed was one of the few of grassroots sort of people that were ever on that board. And you know, now it's $60,000 to win an election. So, and that's a water board. And no one is watching this agency. No, the public doesn't go to these meetings. And I would urge you all to go. At the last meeting, because Cam Noltmeyer went, she's one of the few, she and Joan Dunn and Ed Dunn, she noticed that they were approving a $71 million bond issue. And no one was there. She was there to say, you know, really, you shouldn't be approving this. You know, why is there no notice? And she was the only one that brought it up. So I just want to say, as you know, what can we do about this? Well, one thing you can do is we have a petition that we're signing, and we hope to be able to submit it to the people who have promised that this is not yet a done deal. They've told everybody this is not yet a done deal. I'm not sure that that's the case, because once you decide to settle something in litigation, the public is taken out of the picture. That's why they settled litigation to acquire the other two water companies. So I'm going to pass around a petition. It basically just says that you oppose a consolidation, and then what we want to use it for is to be able to, when there's an important meeting or a chance for you to come and say something to one of the boards, we want to be able to call you or email you. So that's what this is for, and then we will probably be submitting it to public officials, because they've already been talking to Supervisor Antonovich, they've been down to the local agency commission, and they've been to the state legislators. So we want to be able to say people are not happy with this, and there's no way we can say that without you being upset and signing something. So Joan also, and this was one of the articles that she had in her archive, but she has this Last of the Big Spenders presentation, and if you get a chance to look at it, she has collected an archive of news clips that is really very interesting. I have some too, but hers are older. Did you want to say something?
Just that I'm going to put it in the back of the room, and if you want to look at some of these, I mean, this group is so, they love to spend money, and they don't think twice about spending money. And we pay, in our tax bill, we pay 0.07%. They get that out of our tax bills, and that, if you have a $300,000 house, that's $200 right there. That comes right out of your property tax. They get that. Plus, what they get in when they sell their water to your retailer, they get that in addition. So these folks have too much money. No one is there. As Lynn says, there's only a few people that go to the meetings, and they get by with all of this.
And I have tried several times to get Al Friedman to run for CLWA, and he has refused. But if anybody thinks of it, I will, you really should do it, because we need some public that's there trying to look at what these people are doing. So thank you very much, Al. I'm going to pass this around, and thanks.